Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the first boxer into the ring. From Colombia, Jose Munoz.
Well, here comes the Venezuelan based out of Colombia. Has had his whole pro career in his adopted nation. And he's bringing an unbeaten record into the ring with him. 12 wins, 10 of them by stoppage for the 22-year-old who only turned pro just over a couple of years ago. The record a little bit padded against the journeyman and the novices, but he has beaten 2 unbeaten fighters as well and comes in as a bit of a mystery man. Never boxed outside of Colombia. And here he is boxing at the York Hall. And it just remains to be seen how dangerous he can be, but anybody that's coming in with a 12-0 record with all those stoppages, well, that has to command respect. Could be dangerous.
And now please welcome his opponents from Armenia, Hovhannes, Bachkov.
Well, we all know about his amateur pedigree. Hovhannes Bachkov, a 2-time Olympian, including picking up a bronze in Tokyo, losing his semi-final to the American Keyshawn Davis, and a 3-time bronze medalist at World Championship level. It was only a matter of time before he turned pro, and the one thing we were talking about pre-fight ball was this man's style is made for the pro game.
Yeah, he's exciting. He's big punching. He's all action. He's one of them type of fighters that you would hate to be in a ring with. He just makes that ring a very small place. He follows you around. He cuts the ring off really well. And he's got some form, some variety of shots, should I say. He certainly knows how to let them go. Throws a lot of punches. He's powerful. He's strong. You can see there yesterday on the way in, you know, both of them around a similar weight. Both got a similar knockout ratio percentage. We could have a few fireworks tonight.
And somebody's O is going to have to go. That's the kind of fight we like.
This contest is 10 rounds in the super lightweight division. Introducing first in the red corner, the white and black. Weighing the 9 stone 30 pounds and 5 ounces. He is undefeated at 12 wins. 10 of those wins coming by way of knockout. From Colombia, Jose Munoz. And his opponent in the blue corner, the white and gold. Weighing in 10 stone 8 pounds, he is undefeated at 4 wins. 3 of those wins coming by way of knockout. From Armenia, Hovhannes,
Well, anything could happen in this one. Both of them, as Paul said, big KO percentages, both unbeaten. So expect the unexpected. Scheduled for 10. It's Hovhannes Bachkov, the Armenian, in the white with the gold trim against the mystery man from Colombia, Jose Munoz, who carries that 12-fight record into the ring with him. But Bachkov, a very, very seasoned amateur indeed, who's just transitioned to the pro game beautifully. Actually started out his pro career in 8-rounders, had a couple of them, and moved straight up to 10-rounders, and I don't think it's going to be long before he's in 12-rounders. He's going to be knocking on the championship door soon, but Munoz can make a name for himself here if he can put up a creditable performance and maybe even spring the big surprise as well. But Bachkov has got rid of his last 3 opponents, including most recently in December in Tash Kent. Got rid of very tough Mexican in Marcos Barraza. Got him out of there in 2. That was Barraza's only stoppage. Bachkov's one of those guys that when he does tag you and tag you clean, you know about it.
Yeah, he's relentless with the pressure, Bachkov. I've watched him a good few times now. I've commentated on one of his fights before. And as you say, you know, he started pretty slow, but he's walking Munoz down. He's making him work hard early on. He's just plodding forward, nice and tight defense, which he always has. And as you say, when he lets go, you certainly do know about it. He's got Manny Robles in his corner over from California. You know, he means business. He's touted as the next big thing. He is the real deal. Just slowly but surely wearing Munoz down.
Not an awful lot of video out there of Munoz, but what I did see of it, he wasn't on the back foot, I can tell you that, but he's going to have to be able to box off the back foot here against Bachkov, who is, as you say, just hunting him down, making that ring really small indeed.
You know, typical of a very experienced and good high-level fighter. He's making Munoz work very hard, and he's doing nothing himself. He's doing next to nothing. He's just walking forward, stalking, very high defense, popping the odd little couple of shots out here and there. He's having a look, but he's making Munoz work, as we say, harder than he will want to work also.
As I say, he's got a couple of wins against unbeaten opponents, Munoz, but the rest of his victims have been very much of the journeyman or the novice variety. And nevertheless, you have to respect anybody who's coming in with 12 wins in a row, including 10 inside, but I'm not seeing an awful lot of power in these punches here, and Bachkov really is hunting him down and making this very, very uncomfortable for him. As early as this first round, there's just nowhere to hide here for Munoz, who's going to have to try and find some power to slow Bachkov down. I suspect that went exactly according to the game plan. Just didn't give him a second's breather, did he?
No, and then that sometimes is the line what's used, and it don't let him breathe. And it's not about just working very hard, it's about you trying to do is, you know, conserve the energy, be as efficient as you can, but make your opponent work really hard, and Munoz worked really hard that round. Bachkov just stalking, plodding forward, keeping the defense. He didn't take much at all that round, Bachkov. He landed a couple of nice little body shots inside. You can see the class, and trying to explain that to people who are watching boxing and young kids. That's how you make someone work really hard without really doing anything.
Round 2.
You'll hear the phrase in boxing, front foot pressure occasionally, which is what this guy brings. It's something you've always just got to think about, isn't it?
Exactly, front foot pressure, but clever and educated pressure. Not rushing in, not lunging in, just making them work. There's a little bit of blood coming from the nose there from Munoz, so one of them jabs, or the left hand or the right hand over the top, must have been getting through. But as you said, Nick, you know, make him work, be clever, be smart, about to educate the pressure.
I tell you, he's looking a bit ragged here, Munoz. There we go again, and there was nothing ragged about that body shot. The right hand coming in from Bachkov.
You can hear the advice from Manny Robles in the corner saying, no, the body. And I think it's the right advice. I think it's the head's moving, but the body doesn't. Good shot.
Well, this'll take the stuffing out of the Colombian. Again, nice work, switched it upstairs. You just get the feeling he's hunting his man down here.
Oh,
and he's got him.
Lovely shot.
But Munoz just can't handle this at all. I don't think we're going to be here too long. Bachkov's got that glint in his eye. There's a little glance over at Manny Robles there. I mean, he wastes nothing. The purchase on his punches is so crisp. And Munoz has really wandered out of his talent level here. He's looking flustered as early as this second round, floored by that body shot, and has been completely knocked out of his comfort zone.
He's a good finisher also, Bachkov, and he's not looking for it as much. He's not being gung-ho about things. He's not just walking forward trying to find. He's looking for good shots.
I tell you,
nice.
These are the kind of body punches you can feel from here.
We say, Nick, a lot, don't we? You see fighters and you know they're good fighters, and you're watching them. We saw it with fighters who come over here and they catch the eye. We saw it in Newcastle recently, me and you, when we watched Kolmatov come over and have a really good job against Thomas Patrick Ward. We're seeing someone of that caliber, in my opinion, tonight in Bachkov. He's not doing much, Nick, but this is very, very impressive stuff.
And he's just wasting nothing. He's so economical. Munoz, to his credit, has soaked up quite a lot of body punishment in this round. And they're still trying to fire back, but he's just picking him off at will here, Bachkov.
Other fighters, Munoz would be happy to stand his ground and punch and trade, but you just can't with someone like Bachkov. No. He's just so strong and relentless. He's always on you. He's like a rash. He just doesn't let you breathe.
Munoz has done well to get through this round, but boy, has it been one-sided. There's so little coming back from Munoz, and that's not to criticize him. I mean, there's another phrase or another word we use in boxing as well: levels. These two are completely different levels.
Yeah, it's that amateur pedigree, it's that amateur experience which Bachkov has in abundance. You mentioned yourself before about just competing in them World Games 3 times, never mind achieving bronze medals. It's some feat, it's some achievement to do what he has. Just a nice little body shot there.
I mean, he's just got Munoz, never mind the physical side of it, the psychological side, he's just got him wondering what on earth he can do here. What can he do to just get a bit of breathing space? Round three. I said at the right at the start of the evening as well, Paul, that, you know, he's got all those bronze medals, but you know, you look at the opponents that beat him, ultra good technicians like Keyshawn Davis, Andy Cruz. I mean, a very, very slick talent. He's just got such good technique. And his transition to the pro game has been smooth so far. Can't see Munoz doing anything to disrupt that smoothness here as we go into the third round of the scheduled 10. It's a bit better from Munoz, just trying to dig in the body shots, and he pays for it immediately. Did get a left hook into the body there. Not sure if the second one was picked up by the elbow that dropped down there from Bachkov.
I'd like to see Bachkov dress it up a bit now and target the head, touch the body nice and light, and then come right over the top to the head. He's hurt him to the body, obviously, a couple of times now. The elbows will drop to try and protect that body, and when they do, bring it over to the head. He landed a lovely left hook at the start of the round.
It's nice for Munoz, but again, his punch is just bouncing off Bachkov as if they haven't even landed, and then he digs in another one of those left hands to the body. Just a glancing at, but it's the body work that's really catching the eye here. Munoz tries to respond, but again, he tucks those elbows in very effectively, Bachkov. Nice upper body movement there to sway out of trouble. The one-way traffic just keeps on coming. Minute to go in this third round. Bachkov threatening to go through the gears here, again getting through with a right hook. Oh, another wicked looking body shot. Munoz is really feeling this, but credit to him. And there's only one way to answer this, and that's just to try and fire back. But can he make a dent in Bachkov?
When you talk about relentless pressure, this is it.
Yeah.
It's not erratic, it's educated, it's composed, it's just a sustained, vicious, non-stop, you know, horrible pressure to be against when you're in there. And Munoz will be feeling this.
pace hasn't switched at all. He started fast, cut that ring right down, and nothing has changed. Munoz has spent virtually the whole fight with his back against the ropes. Well, the footwork with him is so effortless as well. He just manoeuvres him wherever he wants him. A little dip there. Showed some toughness and some grit, Munoz.
Yeah, showed a lot of toughness, and he's going to have to tonight against Bachkov.
Round 4.
Well, shades of Golovkin in Bachkov, isn't there, in the way he just pushes you around. I remember talking to a very good friend of yours, Matthew Macklin, who boxed Triple G, Triple G's peak, and he said he came out of there. He said I just couldn't manoeuvre out of the way. He said he just he just manoeuvred me wherever he wanted me. Yeah.
They just cut the oxygen off, they cut the space off, and mentally it becomes so tough and so hard in there. He would be a nightmare to fight, Bachkov, and that's why I keep talking about him the way I do. Every time I've seen him, he's going to be a problem for these fighters at the top.
Well, the world rankings will surely come soon. Still a novice in the pro game, but there's nothing novice about such a seasoned amateur. 30 years old as well. Doesn't want to be hanging around, but there's no rush either.
We said at the start of the show, didn't we, Nick? You know, you mentioned about the fact that obviously Lomachenko did it quick. Bachkov can and will do it quick. Yeah. He won't hang around too long at 10-round fights. He'll try and get up there to titles as soon as he possibly can. But so far, he's ticked every single box that's been there for him to tick.
Well, this is getting really horribly one-sided now. The referee might have a decision to make here. I mean, at the moment, Munoz still looks strong and durable, but this is just a beatdown. And if the defences do unravel, he's obviously got a big heart on him, Munoz. Still trying to fire back. But every time he lands something, it's like it's had no effect at all.
Yeah, and people watching this as well might get good shot. They may think Munoz is out of his depth. Munoz is 12-0. Yeah. He's ranked 98 in the world. Bachkov is ranked number 97 in the world. There's one space between them both in the world rankings. It's not like it's an uneven match fight. You know, Bachkov is expected to do big things.
And I think he's nearly ready to go here. He had a look in to his corner when he went down on his haunches a few moments ago, as if to say, what on earth have I got myself into here? Still got 45 seconds to try and get through this round, but I don't think he's going to make it. I think there's just nothing left in the tank. He's taken everything out of him here, Bachkov. Now, the Warrior's heart gets him up. Will the referee let him carry on? This is a borderline decision. No. There is an argument to get him out of there because he's brave. And sometimes brave fighters have to be rescued for their own good, but I can't see how much more of this he can take. Referee giving him every chance. And he will see this round out, but my goodness me, what was already a one-sided fight is becoming pretty tough to watch now. And I don't even think Munoz is looking like a bad fighter. I mean, it's just the relentlessness of Bachkov.
That's what I was trying to explain then. You know, people might be watching this thinking it's a mismatch, it's this, is that. There's one place between them both in the world rankings, and it shows you the caliber of Bachkov and what needs to happen in future when we're matching him and when we're trying to get him fight, as he's going to blast through people around his ranking. He's going to be fast-tracked to the very, very top. And you can see what he's doing. He's making this look easy tonight against a fighter who is 12-0 and who is similar rankings to him in the world rankings.
Well, I think the referee could have stopped it there. I think if he goes down again, he will stop it.
Yeah. I was looking at the corner also, and the towel was nowhere to be seen. It was just over the trainer's shoulder, and it was not in his hand ready. There's no danger of that happening in this fight, I don't think.
Yeah.
And I think understandably so, as it's just to the body. If it was to the head, then yeah, you know, it's a different matter.
Well, the only question is how much more of this can Jose Munoz take? A 22-year-old Venezuelan based out of Colombia these days.
We've heard from the first bell, from second one. Manny Robles in the corner screaming for the body, the body, the body. And it's obviously working. He's having all the success to the body, some to the head also, but you can just see this relentless pressure what he's doing now. He's just putting his foot down to the floor at the moment and really making it very, very difficult tonight for Munoz, Hovhannes, Bachkov.
Well, he's just never given him a second, has he? I mean, literally not 1 second to just settle and think about what he wants to do.
And I haven't seen him before, Nick. He can do this all night. He can keep this pace up, and he's not actually working that hard.
No.
It's the efficiency at which he does this work. He covers a lot of ground. He steps across. He cuts the ring off really well, and he just happens to stay in front of you all the time, making it very heartbreaking for anyone he fights.
Just doesn't waste anything. I mean, as you said, I think I'm saying the same thing as you said, with a different word. It's so efficient. There he goes again.
I think you'd have to punch stupidly hard to deter Hovhannes Bachkov and to stop him from just coming forward non-stop the way he does with that relentless pressure. And as you say, in the division, in the top 10, there's probably plenty of fighters that can do that, but how will they keep him off? You know, how will they perform when he gets up there to that level, which won't be a matter of time, as we keep saying. You know, the top of that division, it's a packed one. We've got Lopez, we've got Prograis, we've got Josh Taylor, we've got all them type of fighters.
Well, he wouldn't look out of place in that company already. I'm not saying he beats those guys, but he's going to give them an argument already.
I'm looking at the rankings now. Number 16 in those rankings after a good win last time is O'Hara Davis, and he certainly punches. Could he punch hard enough to deter someone like Hovhannes Bachkov, though?
Well, he's in the arena. Saw O'Hara earlier. Maybe scouting a future opponent. Boy, that'd be an interesting fight. Around
that level, around the top 25, there's the likes of Liam Paro, Jeremias Ponce, O'Hara Davis, Jose Zepeda. There's so many good fighters up to the top 10. And then in the top 10, we have the likes of Sandor Martin, we have Gary Russell, Teofimo Lopez. Josh Taylor's out of the rankings at the moment because he hasn't fought for that long, but he is the king at that weight. And obviously it shows you what we think of Bachkov, the fact that we're mentioning those names with him and wondering whether they would keep him off.
Got to give a lot of applause and plaudits to Jose Munoz for sticking around. Didn't really get in any great trouble in that last round until right on the bell when he got spun over and thrown to the floor. Maybe a bit of frustration there from Bachkov that he can't get him out of there. Well, he's got through 5 rounds. How much more of this can Jose Munoz take?
I was listening in the corner there from Manny Robles. He's asking Bachkov to shovel the shot in. He means under the elbows and push it as opposed to swinging it as a typical left hook to the body. And it's good advice, obviously, you know, variations with that left hook to the body also, not just the typical left hook around the elbow. Start bringing it into the pit of the stomach also.
He's gone again. It's not one of those left hooks. And that came right after a big attack that Bachkov just tucked up and absorbed on arms and elbows. Down for a 4th time, and I think that's it, and that's a good decision. Boy, that was ruthless. Absolutely cold and ruthless.